So wouldn't that be the best solution before God if you guys could get back?
So what you didn't trust is I gave 1,000% to make that possible.
There it is.
1,000%. My heart cried out for her to do that.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
sure it
I
did.
gave it 1,000%, and you're saying, "Oh, well, just keep doing it." Okay, I gave it that. Okay, I gave it 1,000%. And yes, that's intensity because I've been through 30 years of being neglected. And I tried and tried and cried and prayed. Okay? This is and suck it up because you were a Christian.
No, but
do it in the name of Jesus.
But can God change her heart? Can she change?
Jonathan, I pray to God you never go through the kind of pain he's been through.
I understand, but
In recent weeks, the marriage and divorce of Dough Weiss, a prominent figure in the Christian community, have sparked intense discussions and debates. After publicly praising his ex-wife, Liza, for years, Doug's recent claims of mistreatment during their 30-year marriage have raised eyebrows and prompted many to question his credibility. His decision to remarry Joni Lamb, a well-known media personality, shortly after the divorce has further complicated the narrative, leading to concerns about the integrity of spiritual leaders and the principles they uphold. As believers grapple with the implications of Doug's testimony, this situation highlights the importance of accountability, the sanctity of marriage, and the need for discernment in navigating the complexities of faith and personal relationships. In a viral video that has taken the internet by storm, Dough Weiss, a prominent personality in Christian communities, shared a candid revelation about the end of his 30-year marriage. According to Weiss, the divorce stemmed from years of poor treatment by his former spouse, Liza Weiss. Dough Weiss often spoke of Liza with the highest praise, describing her as a supportive and loving partner. His words painted the image of a strong and happy marriage, inspiring many who admired him as a spiritual leader. But his recent claim that he endured mistreatment throughout their 30-year marriage has left many shocked and questioning what really happened. How could Dough Weiss, who once praised his wife so highly, now claim that their marriage was filled with struggles? Was he hiding his pain to protect his public image? Or is his recent statement an attempt to justify the divorce? This dramatic shift has left many wondering whether Doug was ever genuine about his feelings for Liza, or if there's more to the story than he's sharing. Doug's claim of enduring mistreatment for 30 years has raised serious questions. If he felt this way for so long, why didn't he seek help earlier? Marriage counseling, spiritual advice, or even honest communication could have been ways to address their issues. Meanwhile, some critics argue that Doug's comments feel calculated, sparking debates over his motives and the timing of his revelations. Critics argue that staying in a marriage for 30 years, only to later allege consistent mistreatment, raises doubts about the credibility of Dough Weiss's claims. His previous praise for his ex-wife only deepens the contradiction, leaving many to question the sincerity of his recent statements. These mixed messages have divided public opinion. Some sympathize with Doug, suggesting he may have endured emotional pain in silence, while others see his comments as an attempt to shift blame and justify his controversial remarriage to Joni Lamb. Doug's marriage to Joni has added yet another layer to the story. Joni, a well-known figure in Christian media and co-founder of Daystar Television, was previously married to Marcus Lamb, who passed away in 2021. The connection between Doug and Joni has fueled speculation about the timing and motivation behind his statements, leaving the audience even more divided. Doug's marriage to Joni Lamb has sparked a mix of reactions. While some celebrate their union as a new chapter for both, others view it as rushed and controversial. The timing of Doug's remarriage has been a major source of debate. To many, it seems like a sudden and dramatic shift, leading to speculation about whether Doug turned to Joni for emotional support before fully resolving the end of his previous marriage. This has only added to the complexity of an already divisive story. Joni Lamb's prominent position in the Christian community has added another layer of scrutiny to the marriage, with some questioning whether their union was influenced by their shared public status. This new chapter in Dough Weiss's life has ignited debates about the responsibility of spiritual leaders and the example they set for their followers. Can someone in the public eye claim to uphold biblical principles while making decisions that appear to conflict with those values? Doug's conflicting accounts have drawn attention to a broader issue within Christian leadership: the need for integrity in both personal and public life. For many, his actions and statements raise questions about the authenticity of spiritual leaders and the standards they are expected to embody. As a spiritual leader, Dough Weiss's words and actions hold substantial influence, shaping the beliefs and choices of his followers. When a leader's testimony lacks consistency, it risks undermining their credibility and eroding the trust placed in them. Doug's situation serves as a powerful reminder that spiritual leaders must be held accountable for their actions and the example they set for others. In Christianity, marriage is viewed as a sacred covenant, reflecting the relationship between Christ and the church. Breaking that covenant is a profound decision, not to be made lightly. When a leader's actions seem to conflict with biblical teachings, it naturally raises concerns about their spiritual authenticity. Dough Weiss's recent revelations have left many searching for clarity, with far more questions than answers. Dough Weiss's conflicting accounts about his ex-wife and his remarriage to Joni Lamb have ignited widespread debate, challenging his credibility and prompting deeper reflection on the integrity of Christian leaders. Such controversies remind believers to approach these situations with both discernment and compassion. While Doug's story remains steeped in controversy, it highlights the critical importance of integrity, accountability, and upholding God's design for marriage. The Bible offers clear guidance on the sanctity of marriage. In Malachi 2:16, the Lord declares, "For I hate divorce." Similarly, Jesus emphasizes the sacredness of this union in Matthew 19:6, stating, "What therefore God has joined together, let no man separate." These verses reinforce the gravity of the marriage covenant and the responsibility of leaders to embody biblical principles in their personal and public lives. While divorce may be acceptable in specific extreme situations such as infidelity or abuse, it is not part of God's original design for marriage. Ending a marriage after 30 years is a significant decision, and the reasons behind it need to be compelling. However, Doug's explanation has left many feeling doubtful. What do you think about Dough Weiss's testimony? Does it align with biblical principles, or does it raise more questions than it answers? Share your thoughts in the comments and be sure to like, share, and subscribe.